All right, it's Monday, July 24th. This is an end of the day SPY recap, and today we end up with a 2 up, slightly green bar. We tried to break out of this inside bar to the upside, never reached our first target, but didn't quite fail yet either and come back through the midpoint of this inside bar to start testing the low of the range. So we're at a very tight position right now going into tomorrow and for the rest of the week to see what unfolds, but we have some good reference points to monitor. First of all, in terms of the structure on the day, if we look at the 15-minute chart and the pre-market range between the blue lines, first bar went up pretty big green, and that was kind of setting the 2 up signal here right out of the gates, and you were expecting follow through towards at least that high and to see what happens. And if not, you were also looking for, taking out the midpoint of the prior day for any kind of failure. And what happened was the market started, it didn't follow through on bar 2, so there was no buy signal quite yet. Came down pretty strongly, but then it kind of held there, and then we had the inside green bar. So we didn't quite, reach our target of the upside. We didn't take out the lows to really turn the day negative yet. So I bought some calls here, and I shot a video on that on bar number 4, expecting the highs to be taken out again and to see if we can get that momentum to the upside. And then the bottom line is, and I shot a recap video, never really followed through all that much. We tried to go up a few times, but we still never reached our target. And then we had a big, after trying, 4 times to get up there, we had a big red bar. I actually bought some puts here just to see if we might fail. It would be kind of the starting point. We'd have to really get down below the, to get to the lows of the day, and after all this run up and not making it and seeing a big red bar, the main reason is, and I shot a video on this, but then I decided I don't really want to post it. As it turns out, I broke even on the trade. In other words, I bought some 455 puts, 305, and then I exited 355. They're at like 285 now. But what happened was, after this big red bar hit, bought some puts here at the red line. I had high probability you were going to take out these stops. If you look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little bars here in a row, then you added 2 more, and eventually it did come down and take those stops out. That's what I think the options got up to about 320 or so as I was watching them. I was hoping for some follow through lower, and then once I saw the green bar form, I just exited to break even, and that's it. So it ends up an interesting start to the week where we could be going either way now tomorrow and for the rest of the week. As long as we have the good reference point, we have the open of the week here. We have the midpoint. If that can be taken out, then you can look at getting a 2 up, 2 down day. That should then get to the bottom of this range, and we see if we kind of start failing on the week, and we end up with after this kind of semi-looking shooter bar, even though we're starting up this week, maybe if we start down tomorrow, we kind of hold in this resistance area, the midpoint of this tail, and start working down towards a 2 down week. But on the other hand, as long as we kind of stay above the midpoint of this week, even though we haven't gotten the momentum of the upside yet, there's still targets above in the big picture that we've been talking about up here on the monthly chart. So let's see if we follow through higher next week. The bias is still up at the moment. Actually, as I shot on a recap video, when I saw this big run up and just these 2 red days kind of side by side, not much of a pullback. So we could just be pausing here for a while before making that final push up to our higher time frame targets. But anyway, it'll be pretty clear tomorrow what unfolds. Do we really get a 2 down, get to the bottom of this range, or was this just kind of a slow start to a week that wants to follow through back up to the highs of last week, which is kind of, once we go up tomorrow and take out these 2 stops, we should be hitting that target. But any failure in here, again, I want to kind of see, at this point, if we fail, if we come back down, through the range. So let's see what unfolds. But today was kind of there were some good stocks. Again, Tesla being one of them I bought, and some other ones that moved up nicely. But kind of a mixed market overall, as indicated by the SPY. So let's see what happens tomorrow.